that led me to say when in 22 that I need to fix this now because the government of Guam is about to hit financial struggles. And now we're 4 years later and we're still in that same conversation. And I can tell you that Senator Bree's bill that she's introducing is going to help the farmers get off the ground. And the things that Senator Tello and Andrea are working on right now are going to help this industry finally launch, and it's going to get revenue that's going to be generated.
God, I hope so.
Revenue that's going to start from finish, from the cultivator to the dispensary. That revenue isn't leaving our island, and that to me is an industry that creates a sustainable economics for Guam, and we need to do more manufacturing on our island, and so we can actually have products being manufactured here and sold here, because that's how we keep our economy afloat after this military buildup is over.
Well, the economy won't go away after it's over. The jobs are just going to change from one kind or another. We won't be doing as much, heavy lifting construction as much as we're going to be doing a whole lot of maintenance and roof painting and generator repair and air conditioning repair and plumbing and all of that. So we just need to make sure our kids are educated to be able to do that. Frankly, they should already be in a place where they can fulfill those obligations, because there's a lot of that work to be done as well. I got to break away. You have a fantastic weekend. I know I'm going to see you out there somewhere, okay?
Yes.
Shoot. Check you later, bro. That's the way boys end the phone call. Check you. Anyway, it's, if ever, 8:59 and change. I got news coming up before too much longer. Sorry, my computer crashed. It's one of those days, right? But I think everything is working again. You should have us back on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, ThePOINT.gu, Rumble.com, and even the app. If you haven't yet downloaded the app, go to the App Store today, whether it's Apple or whether it's the Stripper Drug Dealer, Google Play, and download a copy. I think it's 93.3 streaming app, and the point will come up. Just download that. It's a totally free download, and you'll be able to listen to us all the time. Or likewise, also be able to check out the other radio stations. And for those of you that just like to watch the show, there's a little icon underneath the menu bracket that looks like a camera. Click on that, and that will turn on our live feed, whether we're on or not. 9 o'clock in the morning, KUSG Agagna, 93.3. We are Pika's Best. We are The Point. We are the radio station headquarters for Fox News Live.
There could be a deal. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Late word from the office of Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of a deal that would limit a government shutdown. Earlier, 7 Republicans in the Senate sided with Democrats to kill a package of 6 bills that included funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham voted for the legislation, but said he does agree that reforms are needed for ICE.
I don't mind having some reasonable reforms and learning from the mistakes. But here's what I'm telling my Democratic friends. That's a Band-Aid. The cancer is the sanctuary city policy adopted by 12 states that creates chaos for the rest of the 38.
House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
We believe that there should be a prohibition on ICE deporting or detaining American citizens. We believe that ICE should conduct itself like every other law enforcement agency in the country.
Any deal would still need to go before the House, which won't be in session until next week. Border Czar Tom Homan now in Minneapolis as the Trump administration looks to bring down the temperature after the fatal shooting of Alex Freddie last Saturday. He says if protesters want changes to ICE, they should seek new legislation.
If you want certain laws reformed, then take it up with Congress. Again, ICE is making this up. They're enforcing laws enacted by Congress and signed by the president. The same laws have been on the books for the last 6 presidents I worked for.
Holman said an ICE drawdown could happen in Minneapolis, but only if state officials cooperate. And he again called for local jails to alert ICE if they're holding inmates eligible to be deported. On Wall Street, modest moves at the close after big swings for stocks during the trading day. The Dow gained 55 points, the NASDAQ off 172, the S&P lost 9 points. Microsoft tumbled, even though it reported stronger profit and revenue for the last quarter than analysts expected. America's listening to Fox News.
Recharge your team. Live to Lead. Guam's top leadership event is back Thursday, February 26. Learn from Global Leadership Authority John Maxwell, author, speaker, and church founder Craig Rochelle, international coaching leader Valerie Burton, the Savannah Bananas CEO Jesse Cole, and you'll gain valuable insights from local speakers Jessica Barrett, CEO of Barrett Plumbing, Frank Camacho, who went from professional athlete to creating high-quality cutlery for Crank Industries, and Dr. Bo Wheeler, CEO of Guam Regional Medical City. Get all the details at livetoleadguam.com. That's live, the number 2, leadguam.com. livetoleadguam.com. Thanks to our partners, the Guam Chamber of Commerce, Guam Contractors Association, the Guam Daily Post, and 93.3 FM, The Point. February 26th at the Dusatani Resort. Get details now at livetoleadguam.com. That's livetoleadguam.com.
A former Illinois sheriff's deputy sentenced for the fatal shooting of a woman after a 911 call.
Sean Grayson gets a 20-year prison sentence for the murder of Sonia Massey on July 6, 2024. She reported a possible prowler outside her home in Springfield, Illinois. Inside, with another deputy, Grayson orders Massey to remove a pot of hot water from the stove and put it down. She says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." He threatens to shoot her. She says, "I'm sorry," puts her hands up and ducks behind a counter. He approaches, there's confusion, and then she's shot in the face. Grayson says he thought Massey was going to throw hot water at him. The other deputy testified there was no threat. Massey was 36 years old, black, a single mother with mental health problems that had been reported to police. Grayson is white, 31, convicted in October of second-degree murder. He's required to serve at least 10 years of that sentence. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Massey's parents and 2 teen children had lobbied for the maximum sentence. The latest reading on the job market suggests layoffs remain subdued this month.
The number of new claims for unemployment benefits declined by 1,000 in the week ending January 24th to 209,000. Economists were predicting 205,000. The previous week's reading was revised slightly higher. Continuing claims, though still receiving benefits, declined to 1.82 million for the week ending January 17th. The forecast was for 1.86 million. Federal Reserve policymakers decided this week to leave interest rates unchanged. Fed Chair Jerome Powell saying recent reports are pointing to a somewhat brighter future with stronger economic growth and signs of the labor market stabilizing. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
About 10 blind and low vision football fans will have unprecedented access to the Super Bowl thanks to a device they can touch that tracks the ball, vibrates on key plays, and provides real-time audio. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
Level up your fitness routine with Subway's new Fresh Fit collection, built to fuel your day with better-for-you subs. Each new Fresh Fit sub is packed with protein, stacked with a full serving of veggies, all under 500 calories. Given to the guilt-free pleasures of the new Fresh Fit subs only at Subway. Eat fresh, feel good.
Whoever said no risk, no reward has never been sued. Hi, I'm Dave Silva from AB Risk Solutions, and our job for over 70 years has been to help businesses just like yours manage risk. Manage risk? We will never be able to totally eliminate the myriad of risks every business faces, but we can help you manage them and recover when disaster strikes. From mom and pop operations to high-rise hotels, we're the experts businesses have counted on for many years. Call me today at 777-2668 for a free risk review and consultation.
AB Risk Solutions, formerly known as Aon.
Did you know lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer death in Guam? If you're age 50 to 80 and currently smoke, or you quit within the last 15 years, you might be eligible for GRMC's lung cancer screening. It's a simple low-dose CT scan which can detect lung cancer early when it's most treatable. Early detection can make all the difference in the fight against cancer. Call 671-645-5500, extension 4891, or visit grmc.gu to see if you qualify for this life-saving screening. Don't wait. Take action today. Lung cancer screening right here at GRMC. 6 after 9. Rick Gibson Show portions brought to you by the guys over at APL American President Lines, a global presence with a local home. And my friends over at NissanGuam.com and the World Wide Web, great place to go and start looking for your next ride for 2026. Time to turn over a new leaf and become the person that you feel you are inside. And sometimes it's just a change of wheels to get that done. Great deals working for you right now over at Nissan. Here's the way it works. You go and you get yourself pre-qualified, then you go and check out the rides. And there's a bunch of rides that you can check out. and a bunch of them are going to be on like super Nissan sale. That means that they will put together a great price for you, number one. And number two, they will cover, in some cases, the first 6 payments on your car. Rides like the Sentra, the Kicks, the Rogue, the Frontier, Pathfinder, and the Armada. First 3 payments on Nissan. And the Murano, the Altima, the Kicks Play, the Versa, right? 6 payments will be taken care of on your behalf at NissanGuam.com.
Bringing you closer to the action. Any speaker, anytime. Watch and listen live on ThePOINT.gu.
Tommy Garcia online going, what's going on? Crash on me. Happens every once in a while, unexpected. I don't know why it couldn't crash when we're not on the air, but waited until we got on the air, and then the entire system crashed. Wasn't this the morning that I was bragging about any speaker, anytime, any screen, anytime? You got us Facebook Live, YouTube Live, ThePOINT.gu, Rumble.com, KUAM TV, etc. Yeah,
the whole one.
Yeah. That was me. I was the guy. Anyway, so we're back online on all of the feeds. They all
Windows 98, Ray.
Hey, what?
You got the Windows 98.
I got an Ubuntu. Somebody, the guy, one of the guys online is gonna scold me again for not installing Linux on everything. And how come you're not using OBS? You shouldn't be using OBS. It is what it is, as the man says. 8 after 9 o'clock in the morning. So I mentioned Unity Pledge. Didn't I? Was talking about the Democrats and with John Savars and talking about the Unity Pledge. And there was one member of the Breakaway who didn't want to sign the Unity Pledge. I just didn't think that it was necessary. Didn't think it was required. His last name St. Nicholas, first name Mike. I've been around here, been running as Democrat before. Never bothered anybody one way or the other. And now I'm running for Congress and governor. And now, just now, if I don't sign the Unity Pledge, it means that I cannot be in the club. And that hung over. I'm sure there were other issues. As there are, but from where I am in the cheap seats, I just thought it was kind of amusing, and then watched as it felt like over all of the years since that dusted up, that he was the subject of malignant conversation, and even worse, revenge. I always felt that there was a significant pattern of revenge. It was where I developed a phrase that I like to use from time to time, which is, I hate bullies. And it looked like he was getting bullied by the other members of the Democrats for the sin of not signing the Unity Pledge. And that was interesting over the time. But apparently there was a conversation at a GOP get-together where the subject of a Unity Pledge came up, and the word that I heard associated with that was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable conversation about the Unity Pledge. Basically, the way the Unity Pledge is supposed to work is that we're dinanya. We're all gonna get together. This is a familia. We're family here. And so we're such a good family that we're going to take a pledge not to debate each other. We're not going to be put in a situation by the media, the University of Guam student, We're not going to do that. We're not going to debate each other. We're going to keep everything clean. We're going to above board. Our enemy is the Democrats, or our enemy is the Republicans, and that's where we're going to expend all of our energy is to try to take as many seats away from the opposing party as possible. So that's the way we're going to do that, by holding hands, by being together, by Ubuntu. I think that might be the correct use of the word, but I'll double check later if I get motivated. So that's the other one, the other part of the Unity Pledge. This might be the most important part. Let's say Real Joe and I, better yet, let's say Frank Blas is running against Tony Ada for the seat for the governor's office and lieutenant governor's office, right? So the way the Unity Pledge would work is whoever loses the primary cannot campaign against the other one. It's over. We had a good time. It was a fun ride. I won, you lost, and that's all there is to it. And you are going to pledge now to give me your support at the end of all of this. That's why there's a unity pledge. We're not going to debate each other. And the loser of the primary election will pledge all of the support and tell all of his followers to to give their support. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the line here from Jose. At any rate, so all of my supporters, you guys, you have to vote for Frank now because he won in the primary. Frank's got to tell all his supporters, all of the Father Duenas class of 1980 guys, that you got to vote for Tony Atta because he won the primary. Now whether that happens, whether it even happens, at the end of a primary election is always interesting. And does it make any difference at all? Does it, because I just think I'm of the opinion that if I spend 6 or 7 months pushing for my guy, my Godzu, and he doesn't win, even though he tells me that I have to vote for the other guy, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I won't vote at all. Or maybe I'll go to the other party and just go, all right, yeah, I tried it out with them. Yeah, wait, what? It's Guam. We all know each other. We're all related. We're all related. I'm just saying that it's more likely to be a reality than, as Jose Martinez says, the artificial atmosphere, if you will, of the Unity Pledge. Just there to make everybody feel good, but I think at the end it doesn't do anything more than starts fights in the families. I'll tell you what, even more telling. This is political. How do I want to say this? Almost theater and political dramatics, but almost more important is the when somebody loses the election, how quickly they go out and will wave or campaign with the other guy. You got to it's got to be the next morning, like right after the primary, no more than a day after the primary. If you lose an election, you need to be seen with your opponent, waving, smiling for the cameras, maybe take out an ad together and biba. You got to do that. Any longer than a couple of days, if you don't show that you've taken a knee after a couple of days, that's it. As far as that's enough of a statement from you, and people will see it, and people will refer to it, and people will remember that kind of thing for an awful long time. 9:15 in the morning, 888-825-888-TALK. So let's see if there's anybody comes out of all of this. What's that? JW says Kabuki crash. No, it was real. It actually crashed the program. It turned off all of the streams. But a quick restart while the news was playing and all of that. Who's on line one?
It's Ken.
Which one?
The other one.
Oh, the other governor, Leon Guerrero.
The other governor.
Other. Okay, well, I better get to it. Got to remember.
The avocado king of Guam.
I wasn't going to bring up avocados because he says we're months away from all of that. Anyway, he might have a thought or two about the Unity Pledge. Hey, wait. Hey, you'll remember this when it was not Frank. Fred, no, it was when it was what's it? See, I've forgotten. It's been so long. When he lost to Governor Lulian Guerrero, was he supposed to do a unity pledge and say that he was going to support her? The write-in guy.
Yeah, Frank Duggan.
There it is, Frank Duggan. There it is.
The write-in guy.
That was a fun time because along with Andre Bynum and we got together and we started the write-in campaign.
Yeah, I remember that.
And all the Democrats were screaming, foul, you can't do that.
Remember Luke called the radio station. I think it was the last time she called in. She said, you lost, Frank, get over it.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's how much support Frank had because he got like 22% on the write-in. He beat, what's his name, Ray Tenorio. So he got more votes than Ray Tenorio did as a write-in candidate, but between the two of them, they got like 47.5%. So Lou got in, but the whole point that was so interesting to me is Andre Bynum and I held a press conference at the Laddystone Park where we announced the write-in campaign, and within hours we were being bombarded with phone calls accusing us of sabotaging the democratic process, and you're not being loyal. And I said, loyal to what? To the Democrats. Well, in case you hadn't escaped your notice, I'm not a Democrat. Yeah, but still, you know, we have a democratic process. Frank Uggan signed the pledge. You know, he has to keep the pledge. Well, you notice it's not Frank Uggan starting the write-in campaign. It's
Correct.
myself and Andre Bynum.
Correct.
Yeah, but he has to denounce it. He has to denounce it. So you want Frank Uggan to go on public and saying, all you people who support me, you have to stop supporting me. You know, I don't think he's going to do that.
No, especially after you spend all of that time trying to get them to love you. In the face of all, you know, you got me thinking now about something, and I'll take you back. It was January 30th in 2020. The World Health Organization declared coronavirus was a public health emergency of international concern. It meant that the coronavirus was crossing international borders in a way that required countries to work together to prevent the situation from getting any worse. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. And I wonder out loud how much different it would have been if Frank had won that election. How much different would the response to COVID-19 had been if Frank was leading the things? Would we have shut down the entire island? Would we have held people's jobs against them if they didn't take the COVID-19 vaccine? If would the churches have remained open? Would people still be able to go and exercise all the different rights that they had? What would his position have been on something like that, as opposed to Governor Lulian Guerrero and all the actions that government took?
I'm going to give you my idea of what I think he would have done, because remember, prior to the campaign, I interviewed all the gubernatorial candidates, and if you'll recall, in June of 2016, I was the first one to denounce the Red Queen in a 10-minute video, pointing out all the corruption that would happen if she got in, and every single prediction I made in that video came true with a vengeance. The reason I supported Frank is because I probably, during that interview, spent about 5.5 hours with him at Jeff Pirate's Cove, talking over the issues and stuff like that. And here's how I think Frank would have handled it. He would have sat down with a group of smart people from the business community and the medical community and the military, and he would have talked about what was happening, and they would have worked together to come up with something that made sense. Because when you look at under Lou, everything was closed except for Kmart. But you go into Kmart, the children's section was closed, the clothing section was closed. The only thing that you could get at Kmart was food, alcohol, and stereo appliances. But the clothing was shut down, the children's section was shut down, the stationery section was shut down, but you could buy alcohol, food, and appliances.
You could go into a restaurant that had a bar and sit and drink at the bar, but you could not go to a bar that was a bar by itself.
Yeah. So this is where I think Frank Uggan, because you know, he rose high in the Army Reserve, on Guam National Guard. And you don't rise as high as he did without being able to listen to the people around you. And, you know, and the whole time I was with Frank and we were talking about different policies, you know, I went deep with him, you know, like how he would reduce the government expenditures, how he would strengthen the government's financial situation, how he would address homeless, how he would, you know, I went over every single trigger issue I have, and you know me, I have a lot of them. So that's why we spent 5.5 hours at Jeff's. We started out at breakfast, we sat through lunch, and we got out of there about 2:30 or 3. And then I did a video of him, as I did all the other candidates. But the whole point, I think he would have done differently. I don't think he would have shut down the economy. I don't think he would have given all government and Guam employees pay for nothing, because that would violate his sense of financial integrity. And how could he justify paying government employees to do nothing and, you know, have all these other people shut down or being forced to come to work under being declared as essential? You know, there were so many things that happened.
Oh
during
my
that
God,
place.
he wouldn't have wasted the time of the guardsmen and women with these idiotic roadblocks.
No, he wouldn't have. He would not have done that.
I mean, it wasn't even in the plan. The COVID plan outlined specifically what the nature of our guardsmen are supposed to be, and they're supposed to be at places like, if we were dispensing vaccines, they would be there for crowd control and safety for the folks that are getting the injections and the folks that are giving the injections. That was kind of the sole limit of it. Having them play guardsmen that play concierges in the hotels while people were imprisoned for 2 weeks at a time. Yeah, how about that? What would he have done there? I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, it's hindsight being what it is and all of that, but it still occurs to me that we spent a lot of time wasted with COVID-19.
We wasted $2 billion.
Oh,
Frank would not have wasted $2 billion. You know, he would not have sent hundreds of no-bid contracts to people to perform work they had no business licenses for. He would not have spent tens of thousands of dollars on golf carts. He wouldn't have spent $1 million on an emergency inflatable hospital section that was used by security guards as a smoking
section. I hear you. Ken, I gotta run. You have a great day, a wonderful weekend. We'll get caught up on all this stuff tomorrow. But Monday, we're working Monday, right?
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Yep. 888-8255. I need to give you the number now. Jose Martinez chiming in as usual. He says, not only would the churches have remained open, Frank Uggan would have been the altar server at each one of the masses that we had. Now, I'm still kind of torqued off about that. Drive-up masses. Do you remember how ridiculous that was? It would drive through and everybody got the speakers pointed out at everybody. Ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to ask you a question, and up for grabs, I got a gift certificate to Mescla in Agania. Great food. And all you got to do is think about this. They recently did a survey, and according to the survey, the most hated food sin is what? I know everybody's got an idea about this. Maybe some of you are guilty of it, but the number one food sin at the Super Bowl buffets, number one, is it ordering a steak well done, putting ketchup on pasta, or double dipping? Which of the three is the number one most hated food sin? You may call at 888-8255, 888-TALK. Is it ordering a steak well done, putting ketchup on pasta, or double dipping? Think about it. You ponder, and get back to me. As usual, we'll give you a little bit of extra time because some people are listening to this online, and even though the words are coming out of my mouth right now, they're not getting to the speakers for about 20-25 seconds. Again, number one most hated food sin, is it ordering a steak well done, putting ketchup on pasta, or double dipping? You may begin the telephone calls now. I read with a great deal of satisfaction and amusement the editorials from virtually everybody, but this guy here is running for office, and he's been peppering the newspapers with a bunch of editorials recently. Joe B.D. Areola, and he's got a new one: business privilege tax dropped and nothing collapsed. You're singing my song, brother. You are singing my song. Who's on line one? Is it a contestant, real Joe?
Jim. Yeah,
Jim.
contestant.
Contestant number Jim. Hey, according to a recent survey, the number one most hated food sin: ordering a steak well done, putting ketchup on pasta, or double dipping.
Steak well done.
Steak well done. You know, believe it or not, that's actually number three. That is number three on the list. I know. There are some people that like it, blah. I'm going to tell you right now, I've spent a big chunk of my life ordering, not necessarily well done, but medium well. And I know. And as I've aged a little bit, my palate has matured, and I've learned. I'm still not crazy about the rare. Where it's like just kind of brown on the outside, but pink and bloody on the inside. I'm still not crazy about that. So there's a term for that, right? Is it blue rare?
Ooh, gross, right?
Where it's just a hair over like rare. But anyway, that's the way I've learned to enjoy it and cook it. Tell you what, I'm going to put you on hold anyway. because I've actually got 2 gift certificates to give away. So I'm going to give you the other one, and I'm going to see if I can make a winner on line 1. So Joe, he'll get the other one, and this one here, we'll see if they're able to get it. 50-50 chance now. The most hated food sin, putting ketchup on pasta or double dipping. Line 2, what's your answer?
Double dipping.
Double dipping. Double dipping is absolutely right. My name is Ray. What's yours, partner?
Michael.
Michael. Sorry, Real Joe's Magodai for a sound effect here. Congratulations to you, Miguel. That is absolutely right. Double dipping. So keep that in mind as you're watching the Super Bowl. And I got to find out if you've picked out a team yet. Are you Team Patriots or are you Team Seahawks?
I would have to go with Seahawks.
Close enough, close enough. Listen, Mike, I want you to hold on a second. Real Joe is going to get winner information. He's going to say things to you that only winners get to hear. You're going to enjoy a fantastic feed over at Mescla in Agana, and we'll take care of, I don't know, is it 25 or 50 bucks? Whatever it is, it's a big number off the top of the bill. Studio time, 9:27. As I said, Joe Ariola writing an editorial in the newspaper, business privilege tax dropped, and nothing collapsed. Not only did nothing collapse, we're running a surplus. The business privilege tax finally dropped from 5 to 4.5. For years, Government of Guam warned that lowering the BPT would blow a crater in the budget, shut down services, and send Guam into a financial meltdown. Actually, the opposite happened. What are you calling it? Manina logic? If Gov Guam can run a surplus at 4.5%, then the 5% rate was never about survival. It was about comfort. So he takes the Ray Gibson line about the taxpayer's Bill of Rights, and if we have overpaid our taxes, we should get a refund on that. We should be rebated a chunk of that money. Not only does he also, I'm assuming, agree with that point, but he's taken it a step further. It had nothing to do with keeping services going. I mean, at 5% business privilege tax, what services really outside of payroll have we gotten a whole lot of in the last bunch of years? It was about the government keeping the government padded while families and small businesses were squeezed. Let's call it what it is. The people were overcharged. We didn't suddenly become efficient, didn't cut waste, it didn't streamline anything. Surplus exists because Washington pumped Guam full of federal dollars. It created a giant cushion that hid the government's spending habits. Now, that's not fiscal discipline. It's like finding 20 bucks in your church pants and then telling everybody you're a financial mastermind. Well said. It's not fiscal responsibility. That's fiscal hot day, loud and dramatic, but not fooling anybody. Concur. Not fooling anybody. Well, maybe not fooling everybody. I don't know. It's one of those things. What the guy say? You can fool all of the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all of the something along those lines. But there's a whole lot of people that are hearing from folks in the government about how great it is, how we're resurging, but there's more to be done as we turn this corner. We all have to work together in Nafat Maulik. So we got to do that in Nafamalik, and they're going to tell us about how resilient we are and all of the other election year things, and everything is going. Don't worry about tourism. Tourism is great. We're wonderful. Did you see how big the numbers were? Oh, my goodness. But people are still going to go back to 2019, and many of the businesses whose plans did not involve shutting the entire economy down and then taking a while getting recovered from the storms, et cetera, et cetera. So he's got a couple of points here. Stop blaming the public. Stop pretending the government is broke. Stop using temporary money to justify permanent expenses. Right now, the numbers don't lie, but the excuses sure do. And by the way, in the meantime, let's continue to clean up our island. That's the resurgence that we need to see here. I didn't on purpose, read the entire editorial. I'd like you to go and do your research on yourself and see if you don't disagree. As I said, and I purposely cleaned it up on the radio, but maybe I'll use the phrase as it was originally taught to me. Don't tell me it's raining when you're pissing on me. Yeah, it's a country term. Maybe you've heard it before in your life. Oh, don't worry, it's only rain, and don't, everything else is okay. But in the meantime, there's a lot of people that are struggling and having a hard time and trying to decide. If I get a good tax refund, what am I going to do with that? Am I going to pay down my debts here? Am I going to invest that, or am I going to use that and buy myself a 777 plane ride out of here? And there's a lot of people that have made that decision on the latter. 931, what's that? Lupin Guam says, Ray, ask Grok to compare Ubuntu versus Mint. Mint is just a user-friendly version based off Ubuntu Core. Both are great, but you may find Mint more noob-friendly. Mint is known for being the easiest Linux for Windows users. I might look into that. I'm trying to figure out. I was going to do it yesterday, but then I got lazy. You know what? And it's because the store near my house had empanada and the bread with hot dogs in it.
Ooh, yeah.
And beer. And what did this little fish I like?
That's the whole food pyramid, right?
They had sardines, man. They had sardines, and I already have skyflakes at the house. It was bad. Anyway, so I ate it, and I went to sleep like saints do after such a grand meal. And I woke up and I said, okay, I'm going to work on the computer. I'm going to load that Claude in there. And I never did. I ended up wasting the time on probably Grok. But anyway, one of the other things that we were talking about, 9:30, I should take a break before I get into this. Okay, tell you what. When we return, I'm going to talk about a new thing and a new way, because I wanted to finish the conversation on PIC and their adult tours that they were touting to the markets, their source markets. There's another one, and it will involve the Cocoa Road Race. So stick around for that. It's coming up. We got to take care of news and headlines now. Find out what the latest is with Jonah Gunn-Charfers and the team over at KUAM TV.
Buenas and Hoffaday, Guam, I'm Jonathan Charfris. Here's a look at 3 stories you need to know for Friday, January 30th. A bill aimed at expanding higher education access for Guam's veterans sparked 2 days of intense debate on the legislative floor, with sharp disagreements over cost, fairness, and what the island owes to those who served. Nevaeh Anderson has a story. You can watch it right now on our KUAM News YouTube channel. The Guam Education Board has already expressed its support for the future of a Chamorro Medium Immersion School at the now decommissioned Lyndon B. Johnson Elementary School. But the question remains, can the Guam Department of Education afford it? During a recent GEB meeting, GDOE Superintendent Dr. Judy Wampat said that when all factors are considered, the cost could reach nearly $2.9 million. Destiny Cruz-Lengas has that story. You can watch it right now on our KUAM News Facebook page. And animal control officers, shelter staff, rescue groups, and more among the community getting hands-on training Thursday at the Mungwang Totu Mighty Mayor's office. It's the Guam Department of Agriculture's Division of Animal Health and Guam Animals in Need's second animal handling workshop. Leading this year's workshop is John Pavalier, owner of Humane Innovations, who trains animal control and shelter professionals around the globe. Atsuki Hirayama has that story. You can watch it right now on our KUAM News Facebook page. For these stories and more, visit KUAM.com. You can also catch a stream of our newscast on our YouTube channel or Facebook page. And to keep updated, make sure to follow KUAM News on Instagram. Jonah Gunn-Charfris, KUAM News.
Introducing Nissan Guam's exclusive first-time buyer program. Perfect for those with little or no credit history, no co-signer required. It's simple. You apply, we approve. You drive away in your brand new Nissan. Low monthly payments perfect for any budget. Get started on your finance pre-qualification at NissanGuam.com or call their helpful sales team at 671-647-7261 today. On approved credit, conditions apply. See Nissan Guam for details.
That's NissanGuam.com. 935 Ray Gibson Show. Portions brought to you by my friends over at Cold Stone Creamery. They are the ultimate ice cream experience and perfect for Valentine's or Valentine's, or however you want to pronounce it. So go swing by there and order yourself up some great Valentine's cakes and the like heart-shaped ice cream cakes. You can customize them with your favorite flavor. Actually, maybe you'd think about your partner's favorite flavor, because maybe you're like a vanilla person and they're like super chocolate. Whatever, they can do this. The Fudge Truffle Decadence Ice Cream Cake, red velvet cake. There's a rich fudge ganache on it. You can order it online. Call and ask them about that. Do a WhatsApp or just go to the store and get one. Love at first bite at Cold Stone Creamery. Oh, this VFW, I got to take the call. Can't keep them on the line too long. Okay, Brian, you said? All right. Hey, B, what's up?
Hey, how you doing,
doing, Ray? Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's going on? What's happening in your life?
Well, I just wanted to give you an update. We're up to 188 veteran signs. Last 4 were Triple J Honda, La Familia Market in Barragata, and 2 at American Grocery in my team.
Excellent, excellent. I'm digging this. It's spreading around like a cold in the family. I think that is absolutely awesome. What we're talking about is designated parking slots for veterans. It's something that I think they've earned as part of their service, especially if they've got a disability of some kind or another. I think it's just a nice way to say thank you very much for your service. And the most important thing is I'm sure that there's a whole lot of other parking lots that don't have these designated parking slots for veterans. How do they get a hold of you, Brian?
Give you my number. It's 671-788-9519.
9519. Where you been hanging out lately?
Well, I'm still waiting to get a leg to stand on. So, but I also wanted to do our kickoff for the 4th of July at EPOW. You know, this being the 250th anniversary. So.
Sounds like you're putting more planning into it. Sounds like you're putting more planning into it than the government of Guam is, but go ahead.
Well, I always start in January. It's better to start early. I've given a letter to all 15 senators. We'll see how many support. We got 12 last year. So. And it's election year, so who knows?
It's realistic, yes.
I'll send you the flyer and the poster for it, so if you would put it up on your website.
Happy to do it. You know how to get a hold of me. Yeah.
But,
well, all right. We'll talk more about it as we get closer and closer to the event. Because, as I said, I'm not sure just how well things are going to go with the planning from the government side. And so I'd like to make sure that from among the veterans community, our military adjacent community, they've got their eye on the ball, and we can have an incredible. I want it to feel just like the bicentennial. You're old enough to remember that. I mean, it seemed what a rush that was. There was so much going on, and it's always great being a Guamanian, being from around these parts, but even better when you recognize just how awesome it is and how lucky we are to be born in the greatest country on the planet, maybe even in the entire solar system, and that is the United States of America.
That's it.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later, Brian. You have a great day. Again, if you want to talk to him about getting a VFW, a veteran parking space sign, this is among the things that they can do, the installation, 788-9519. So I was getting ready to go on about PIC and this special program. And what was the name of it? Do you remember AccuCamp or something like that?
Oh, man.
But it was... they've got a special name for this program, and the idea is to encourage relationships of one kind or another. And the point is, we've got people that are traveling, and the families travel. Everybody knows about that. It's already a well-established and exploited market. And then we got to go, well, what's next? What are the other trends that we're seeing? And as I said, one of the other trends that has been exploding over the last couple of years is solo travel. There are people that, you know what, I just want to, I need to move fast through this. What's that line? You want to go safe, go in a crowd. You want to go fast, just go by yourself. And a growing number of people that are comfortable just booking the one ticket. Yeah, where are we going? I'm going wherever I want. I don't care where you go. I'm going here. I want to check this off my bucket list. Here's a place I'd like to go. And then you go, well, won't you be lonely? For me, I kind of like solo travel. I like the idea that I don't have to worry about anybody else. I just need to figure out where I'm having breakfast, where I'm running, what's for lunch, what's for dinner, where am I drinking tonight, where am I staying, how do I get back there after I've been drinking all night. So those are the things that that you can do and experience kind of on your own in those times. It's always fun also going with somebody. Having somebody that is like you and maybe somebody that you don't have to constantly be looking over your shoulder going, are you ready? Are we going? Are you ready? Did you pack? Is the thing? Do you remember this, that, and the other? So if you've got somebody that is just as good and an experienced a traveler as you are, then that's great. Sometimes you know what to do in your destination. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing when you hit the destination. And that's why PIC has got this program where they will hook you up with a club mate. Maybe you're on your own. Maybe it's you and your buddy, but you don't know where to go. And they will curate little tours in and around the Tumont area.
Like a personal concierge.
And maybe, who knows, clubmate, playmate.
Hey.
There's a job.
This is Love Island.
I wonder if they'll need clubmates of a certain age to take care of the travelers, the solo travelers of a certain age. Just saying. I don't know what's required for you to do. I don't what games you're supposed to teach these guys how to play and all of that, or what languages you have to speak. I suppose the international language of love will suffice. But one of my favorite excuses to travel was running travel, and I remember what a great time it was with the missus, and we went in. When was that? 2011. And we were already doing a lot of runs here on Guam, and somebody said, hey, let's go to Hono for the Honolulu Marathon. And I thought, well, that's interesting. It's a Honolulu Marathon. And I just got myself one of these really, really cool United cards. I think it was a Continental card at the time. But whatever it was the original President card. And they had a program that was buy one, get one free. So I booked an airplane ride in the front of the airplane, and then booked another one for nothing, and it was awesome, and used that to get out to Hawaii and run the Honolulu Marathon, and did it at least one more time. Then you got into other travel adventures for the sake of running. It was 2 years, actually, that the calendar conspired exactly right, so I could run a marathon on Guam, then go to Saipan and run the marathon there, and come back and run another marathon, another scheduled marathon on Guam. It was terrific. It was a running travel. One of the last times I was in Matthews, North Carolina, checking out my old man. It was around Christmas time, New Year's, and there was a big marathon. Half marathon that they were doing out there in the frozen cold. It was like 12 degrees or something. But still in all, it was interesting. Go traveling, and parts of the travel involved running. Well, they've identified in South Korea exactly the same kind of thing. Remember the trend I was telling you about? Families, okay? We got solo travelers. We got couple travelers. Now they are going after, and I think they've got a special name for this as well, Lun Trip. Which I'm sure is the AI's attempt at run trip. Lun Trip.
Your AI's Japanese.
Which combines lunning and travel. It's a new travel trend. There's an entire travel agency that has been active and in demand for setting up all of these trips. And now they've got a bunch of different themes going. There's an entrance-type Southeast Asian run trip. There's a global race. There are themed run trips, depending on the level of running, and introductory products, combining the Da Nang Beach Run in Vietnam with Hoi An Tourism, which I guess is one of their agencies. The global race product was centered on major competitions in Japan, Guam, and Saipan. They include the Totori Marathon in March 15th, the Izumo Kunibiki Marathon in February, Guam's Coco Road Race on April the 12th, which is a half marathon and Ekiden relay. And up in Saipan, the Northern Mariana Islands Saipan Marathon, March the 7th, where it's, as they will, a full, there's the full marathon.
What?
They do, it's a
Saipan?
Saipan.
Oh, what? You got to go around like 10 times.
No. Oh, no.
It's a tiny island.
There's enough. So
there's enough space.
There's plenty. I don't know if they've changed the course, but when I ran it, which is easily the how do I want to say this? The hardest race I've ever run. And I came in at like 5 hours in both of them. Just under 5. It was like 4:55 or something like that. So I was able to get in under 5 hours. So you start, the ones that I ran, you start behind the old Hyatt at the park there, and then you go up the hill. It starts uphill, and you go all the way to Marianas Resort. And then there's a turnaround there and there's a water stop. And then you go back down the hill. But it's not that steep of a hill, so you don't feel a lot of gravity return. And then you get back over to the Hyatt. And then they say, okay, run down where? And I said, Susupe. And I said, no. Further than, oh, my God. So you go all the way down past Susupe. And then you know where the PIC is? way the hell down there, that's the last turnaround. So from there, at the PIC, you turn around from there and head back to the park behind the Hyatt. And by then, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. The sun is in your face. You got a headwind in your face. And, oh, by the way, there's no cover. There's no shade. And so if you want it, you're going to have to go off the trail and go find it. But it's lovely. If I were to do that again, I would like to try for the half marathon. That way I can finish happy. And they've got a 10K there and a 5K. But, I mean, if you're going to spend all that money to get up to Saipan for a race, you might as well just do the whole thing. And that would make an interesting question. So what are the airfares for these folks from Korea to come out here? From the record challenge to the goal of first completion, you can choose according to your difficulty level. The themed run trip combines running and travel, and for that one, they're going to do a sunset beach run at Phu Quoc and Nha Trang in Vietnam, the historical city run of Kyoto and Taipei, and the night city run of Bangkok in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Thailand. God, that sounds like a good time. They offer souvenirs to overseas running travel consultation clients. Also operates regional recommendations according to learning records and goals, blah, 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 blah. As learning, I think what they're trying to say, as running becomes a lifestyle, the demand to enjoy overseas marathon and travel together is also steadily increasing. We will present a new option of overseas run trips with Insider Run W and continue to develop competitiveness in sports-themed travel. And I got picture, I think I got the picture of this is what the posters and everything look like in South Korea. I have no idea what it is that they're trying to say, but I do recognize the background. This looks like the finish line at the Coco Road Race. Does it not, Real Joe?
It does.
Yeah. In fact, you can zoom in a little bit, and as you can see, this very, very happy runner, and you can make out the Guam logo and the little landing strip that they've got there.
The blackbird's attacking her.
Yes, and that hated blackbird of Epal Beach. They don't bother me, by the way.
They don't.
No. So, I'm looking for green shoots here, and that might be a great green shoot that we can think about is maybe more events just like that. Where's the email I got from Lloyd Cabacub? Stand by, because I wanted to make sure that this gets a little bit of attention, because I don't know if anybody else is spending a lot of time talking about it. But they sent out a press release yesterday about the record-breaking Copa de Marianas. Tomorrow, Joe. It will take place tomorrow at UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, running all day and welcoming athletes and coaches and supporters from Guam and off-island for the most anticipated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu events of the year.
That's huge.
It sounds like it. This year's Guam Copa de Marianas is a testament to the dedication of our athletes, coaches, and organizing team, says Steve Shimizu, president of the Marianas Open. We are proud to host a record-setting event and excited to welcome competitors from Guam and abroad for a full day of high-level competition and sportsmanship at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. I'm looking to see if they've got any recognition of the number of folks that are going to be coming in. This year's Guam Copa de Marianas has achieved record-breaking registration, making major milestone for the tournament and underscoring the continued growth of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the Marianas and across the Pacific. So that's obvious. It's a big deal, and even though it's obviously going to get everybody that's into the scene here on Guam, but all of the people that are competing and their families that are coming out here. So we're going to anticipate a few rounds of headlines on all of this. The Tour of Guam, which is coming up soon. Likewise, we'll be doing the same thing, the same way that we're going to be bringing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu folks from all over the world here and the region. The Tour of Guam, I am told, is going to be big. Am I told by the usual sources, or did you just said it, right?
No, it is. It's one of the huger ones.
It's a huger one, and we're going to see competition, obviously, from around here. Regionally, Saipan guys are going to be coming down to participate in it, but there will be a number of folks from Japan that are going to participate, a number of folks from Korea that are going to be partparticipating as well.
Special suitcases for their bikes.
That's something to see. That is
something to see.
Here. I've got. Did Mana tell you about the time that she did that?
Oh yeah, she triathloned, right? What, run, bike, and swim?
No, I think it was a tour. It was she'd gone on tour with the other girls, And I forget where the kickoff was, and it was one of those things. They do 2 or 3 versions of it, right? Distances. So you got near and far, and there's one that you can stop over at Pirates Cove, and then there's one where you just got to keep going until I don't know. Anyway, so I get this call. I did a run. I did my run. I did my training, and then finished up early enough to get to where I figured they would be down around south. Agate Pneumatic Road, somewhere around there, and I was right. I kind of took my time because I found a whole bunch of bikers at the end, and there was, how drivers are on Guam, and they don't really care, and they're going around the drivers and hey, show them the finger and honk the horn, and so I'd get behind them and kind of cover their butts while they were going up and down hills. And shielding him from the rude drivers. But I got a telephone call right around that time, and it was Mana, and she was at the store across the pools in Alahan. And she's like, are you close? I said, yeah, I'm not too far away. She says, good, come and get me. I'm done. Just period. I'm over this now. Okay. We got down there, stuck her bike in the back of the car, and then met up with everybody over at Pirates Cove. And they said, "Can you drive us?" I said, "No, I'm drinking now. You drive. You can drive us home because that's what you do when you get down to Pirates Cove." 9:52 and change. Because as I said, we've got some green shoots, and getting back to I just kind of wrap all of this stuff up, if for no other reason because it gives me an opportunity to find those pictures of the pretty girls. And putting them up on the screens here. Where are my AI candy girls that I made yesterday? All of the delicious pictures. They're fake girls, but I'm pushing the concept that we need more of these low-tech adventures for people. What do you want to do? I just want to hang out, play volleyball with locals at a beach bar with cold beers and pretty cocktails and pretty girls in bikinis. Can we do that? And use that by way of encouraging people back into the tourism section. And maybe they're going to hang out at the beach bar for a while, and maybe they're going to go and find a fancy dinner at one of the restaurants that don't even open now until 4 o'clock anyway. Maybe give them an excuse to open those places up earlier because we got folks that have been having a good time in the beach bars and then getting hungry from playing volleyball and all of that stuff. Just no pool tables. No pool tables. I know a lot of people like to play pool, but you put pool tables in the beach bars, and that's how the fights begin. It's always been a magnet for the devil. So I wouldn't bother with that. Just maybe pinball machines. You want to do something like that? Good internet. Yeah. DJ. Maybe a couple of bands in there, right? Little 2-piece, 3-piece bands like we used to have. Mantra. These guys going out. Mantra. Yeah. Just saying. So that and a whole bunch of adventures.
What was it, the M80s?
Oh, I'm sure they've done beach gigs. I'm trying to think of a couple of the guys that came out to Guam with Boxer and stayed. And they were frequently at many of these bars. Dennis Larson would know more than a thing or two about that. But that kind of low-tech stuff and low-tech adventures. I mean, what's lower tech than running a foot race? What's lower tech than running a bike race around the island? More and jiu-jitsu. I mean, what do you need? What do you need to throw a tournament like that? Mat on the ground and an umpire, a referee, and a couple of guys that want to roll around, right? And there's a growing number of people that want to do all of that stuff. And maybe that's the way that we can kind of reimagine the hospitality industry here on Guam is more of these events. And I'll even throw in the up to and including all the big FIBA events as well. What do we got to do to start marketing that, not just to ourselves, but to people that might be willing to get on an airplane and follow their favorite teams to Guam in our bracket? Studio time, 9:55. I'm going to take a quick break here and put some more AI candy up on the screen, and we'll figure out how we're going to kill the last 4 minutes of the week.
Craving delicious dishes with local flavors? Look no further than Mezcla Bistro. From our juicy burgers to flavorful seafood and local fusion, every dish is made with love and the freshest ingredients. Join us for an unforgettable lunch, dinner, or decadent Sunday brunch. Visit us online at mezclaguam.com or call 671-479-2652 or 671-489-2653 to make a reservation. Mezcla Chamorro Fusion Bistro, a true taste of Guam.
Family Finance has been serving the people of Guam since 1959, and they will continue to be there for you in the years to come. Whether you're looking to get a personal loan for that family vacation or paying off those long overdue bills, Family Finance has got you covered. Apply for a personal loan from $1,000 up to $4,000 by calling Family Finance in Hagåtña 475-4545 or Dededo 633-4473. Family Finance.
Guam, are you ready? For one night only, Julian Marley and The Uprising, featuring the sounds of DJ Bonix, are coming to Guam at the Lime event venue this February 14th. And the best part? Everyone is VIP. Experience roots, reggae, and pure Marley vibes live on Valentine's Day. But listen, tickets are extremely limited, and once they're gone for good. Don't wait. Get yours now at guamtime.net. That's guamtime.net. Brought to you by New Wave Studios Guam, Empire Realty, Star 101, Boss 104, and The Point. Yeah. One night, one price, one legend.
This is so sweet. Okay, I'm going. Unless I get a better offer. But start without me one way or the other. I got from EJ Calvo.
Oh, you got a personal invite.
I got a personal invite to attend the Ada Calvo kickoff rally and HQ grand opening. This is the one that is, I guess, is closer to the, what is it called? Crab Daddy. So you park the car over in Paseo and then go across the bridge, and then there you are at Crab Daddy. Keep going just a little bit, and that's where you're going to find the Ada Calvo headquarters. Two things, EJ. Thank you for the invitation. Three. Thank you for the invitation. I'm humbled that you took time out of your schedule to personally invite me. Number one. And number two, is there beer? And number three, got hat? Got hat?
Not got hat.
Come on. I got hat. I got a Republican hat, but it's a it's a Blas Okada hat. And so I'd be... I've got two of them. I'll trade one for the EJ Calvo and Tony.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tony Ada one.
You'll wear it running?
What?
You'll wear it running?
No, the only running, I've got three running hats. One is a Guam Running Club hat. The other one is a Take Care hat. And the other one I got from Kim and Ron at Security Title. Those are mine. Last couple of things. The Chamber has responded to the governor's economic address, not as scathing as, say, Sean Gumatautau's response from the government. And I would say that Ed Untalans, the chair of the Chamber of Commerce, I would say that his response is certainly more, consistent with his personality. Citing the rising cost of doing business, persistent labor shortages, pressures on housing and healthcare, and the need for long-term energy reliability. He said the Chamber commits to working closely with the administration and legislature to address these issues with practical solutions that balance government priorities and private sector capacity. He could have taken an opportunity like I did to wag my finger and say, what? What the hell you mean you want us to work together now? After all the times we work together, still get screwed out of this? Making us shut down our businesses and fighting us on 0.5% on a business privilege tax, and now you want to work together? See, that's the way I would have done it. I'm not as good as Ed Untalan is. We are encouraged by the governor's recognition of the business community's vital role in shaping Guam's economic future. The Chamber reaffirms, then, its commitment to partnership, dialogue, and advocacy that promotes sustainable growth, the competitive marketplace, and prosperity for all who call Guam home. You're a classy guy. You're a classy guy, Ed. I got to break away. It's time for Fox News. In fact, it's time for me to call it the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a good time. For real, Joe and Donna D, I want to say thanks so much for listening. Hope you had a great week, and we'll come back on Monday. Weekend frowny face on Monday. How's that? A deal? All right, groovy. It's time for Fox News on Pika's Best. This is The Point.
I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. The White House and Senate working together on a deal that would limit the impact of a government shutdown.
What that deal would see is that DHS funding bill be split away from the package of 5 other appropriations bills. Those 5 other bills have broad bipartisan support. They could pass those separately. What would then happen with the DHS bill is they would use what's called a 2-week continuing resolution to fund DHS for 2 weeks while they negotiate what they want to do with this ICE money. The problem with that is by changing anything about this package of bills, it would then have to be bounced back to the House.
Fox's Bill Malugin, the catch. The House won't be back in session until next week. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey calling for reforms to ICE, and she says she will fight against federal agents coming into her state.
I'm filing legislation to keep ICE out of our schools, daycares, other child care centers, churches, hospitals, health clinics, and our courthouses.
He's also filed legislation that would make it unlawful for another state to deploy its National Guard into Massachusetts without her permission. The move comes after President Trump sent troops to Chicago, Washington, D.C., and Los Angeles last year. Former President Bill Clinton and former Senator Hillary Clinton may be a step closer to facing contempt of Congress charges.
They were supposed to testify about the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Those resolutions are expected to be ready for debate by the full House Monday. House Oversight Chair James Comer had issued the subpoenas, but the Clintons have said they're invalid because they're not tied to a legislative purpose. Comer also rejected an offer from the former president to sit down for an interview.
Fox's Jill Nato in Washington. America is listening to Fox News.